Every year, something kills almost 1 million people. More than sharks, more than lions, more than wars. It's not a virus, it's not a serial killer, it's not even an animal most people are afraid of. In fact, you've probably slapped one off your arm this summer.
Amazing, doesn't it?
So what if
It really does. The kids
we
are
just
having a blast.
wiped them all out?
Yeah, nothing.
Every single one. What would actually happen to Earth? This is What If. And today we're asking, what would happen if we killed all the mosquitoes? Look, we get it. You hear mosquito and you think, annoying little bug at a barbecue, no big deal. But here's the truth that'll change how you look at that tiny buzzing sound forever. Mosquitoes are, without question, the deadliest creatures on the planet. They kill nearly 1 million people every single year by spreading diseases like malaria, dengue fever, yellow fever, and Zika. Here's how it works. A mosquito bites someone who's already infected, then it bites you and injects its saliva directly into your bloodstream. That's it. That's all it takes. And it's not just humans. Livestock, pets, wildlife. One bite can be fatal. So how many of these things are we actually dealing with? Scientists estimate there are 7 trillion mosquitoes in Alaska alone. Alaska, the cold state. Thanks to rising ocean temperatures and climate change, mosquitoes are thriving in places they never could before. And globally, we're talking quadrillions of these things. So how do we take them out? Option 1, bats. Bats can eat up to 600 mosquitoes per hour. If we bred enough bats, in theory they could wipe mosquitoes off the map. But then we'd have billions of bats filling the skies. Yeah, no. Option 2, starve them out. Fun fact. Mosquitoes don't actually drink blood to feed themselves. The females do it to nourish their larvae. So if we somehow removed all human and animal blood, comedic pause, we're not doing that. Option 3, genetic warfare. This is where it gets real. Scientists have already been developing genetically modified male mosquitoes, ones that don't bite and can only produce sterile offspring. Release enough of them into the wild, and over several decades, the mosquito population collapses, and eventually, extinction. So, we did it. Every mosquito on Earth is gone. Now what? First, the obvious wins. Millions of people stop dying every year from mosquito-borne disease. You can sit on your porch in July without becoming a buffet. Animals and farm livestock are dramatically safer. But wait, don't mosquitoes have a role in the ecosystem? What about the food chain? Here's the truth. Yes, some birds, bats, and frogs eat mosquitoes, but mosquitoes are not a critical part of their diets. These animals have plenty of other food sources, and scientists believe they'd adapt just fine. What about pollination? Mosquitoes do pollinate some plants, but their contribution is so minimal compared to bees and butterflies that it's honestly negligible. So the ecosystem survives, the planet adjusts, and millions of lives are saved every year. Sounds like a no-brainer, right? But here's where it gets complicated. Out of the thousands of mosquito species on Earth, only 6 of them actually bite humans and spread disease. 6. The rest, mostly harmless. And here's the thing that'll really mess with your head. Some researchers believe mosquitoes may actually be protecting the Amazon rainforest. How? Because they're so relentless and deadly in certain regions that loggers and workers physically cannot operate there long enough to tear it down. Remove the mosquitoes, and suddenly one of Earth's most vital ecosystems becomes a whole lot easier to destroy. Pause. And then there's this. The human population is growing faster than ever. Resources are being stretched, and mosquitoes, as brutal as it sounds, have historically been one of nature's unintentional population controls. Long pause. Okay, yeah, we're still getting rid of them. Killing all the mosquitoes? Probably one of the best things we could do. But here's a question that's way darker. What if instead of mosquitoes disappearing, half of all humans vanished in an instant? What would happen to the planet then? That's a story for another unscripted cosmos.